So you're now living in your rent-to-own home. And now it's time to figure out how we're gonna buy this house back. Now, whether you bought this home with Divvy Homes, Landis, or Home Partners of America, you all have the same issue. You have to buy this home back using an alternative mortgage solution. So there's FHA, there's conventional loans. If you're a veteran, there's a VA loan. You know, USDA loan is probably not available to you since these programs typically don't buy in rural areas, but you have to check your home in particular to make sure that it doesn't qualify. So, but there's another way that I want to show you guys that's probably the best way for you to buy your rent-to-own home back. There's a program called Naca. No down payment, no closing costs, no mortgage insurance. Keep that in mind. So with all these programs, whether it was Divvy, Home Partners of America, there was some form of monetary money that you put down, or even it was a rent deposit. You put some kind of money forward in order for them to move forward with the purchase of this property. If you're in a lease to own or rent to own home, it's probably in your best bet to use a program like Naca, because of the fact that the biggest downfall on Naca is the fact that it's a wonderful program if you get approved, but it takes a little bit of time to get approved. If you're in one of these lease to own, rent to own homes, you have at least a year in order to get approved. So most people say it takes about 6 months to get approved with Naca. So you have 6 months from the time you get the keys to your rent to own home to start the Naca process. You've already got all the documentation. The same documentation you use to get into the rent to own home is the same documentation you're going to use with Naca. You know, Naca is very strict, so the only thing is you have to keep submitting those documents. It's not a one-time thing. Once you get approved, you have to keep submitting those documents. Every time you get fresh documents, they want the newest documents. And so that's the biggest thing with Naca, is just following through. You know, when working with agents that work with Naca, we're able to keep you on track and make sure that you're still falling in line with the Naca program. So the benefit of using a rent-to-own home to purchase instead of going directly through Naca is the fact that sometimes Naca offers don't get accepted. You still have to get the offer accepted. So if you think about this, if you have 3 offers, if the client has to choose between a cash offer, a conventional offer, and a Naca offer, Naca has so many stipulations that comes with purchasing a home with Naca that it's probably gonna lose out to a cash offer or a conventional offer. But if you've already purchased that home using a rent to own, then you don't have to worry about being in the bidding war for this house, because you're already living in it. You're the only person who can buy this home back from this rent to own, lease to own company. So using a program like Naca, you have nothing but time. Just submit your documents, work your way through the program, and then once they give you your approval to purchase with Naca, give them your 60-day notice. No, you don't need a 60-day notice. You give them your 30-day notice. Let them know, hey, I'm finna get ready to buy this home back. Give the address to Naca. You clear to close. And so it's not as simple as I made it seem just there, but that's the gist of the idea that I want you guys to keep in mind, that you can use a program like Naca and potentially get all of your money back that you put into these programs. If you put 2% down with Divvy, you'll get a check for 2% of the purchase price back at closing. Or you can use that 2% in order to buy the rate down, because Naca also, besides having no closing costs, no down payment, no PMI, they offer the best interest rates around. So you can use that 2% in order to buy the rate down even further. And whether you use Home Partners of America, where you didn't put anything down, you still had to put 2 months rental deposit down. You still have a little money saved up. So if you don't want that money back in the form of a check, then you could, you know, simply just say, I want to use this money to buy my rate down. You could also buy your rate down. So you have your options. But instead of coming up with, you know, more money to close using FHA or conventional or whatnot, unless you are VA, where you have 100% financing options available, I would use this Naca program where you also have 100% financing available option, and you'll get your money back that you initially put into this program. So for more information on how to use rent to own to buy back using Naca, hey, give me a call. My name is Desmond Combs with Combs Risk Group. I look forward to hearing from you soon.